Hi everyone, I'm here with Richard. He's Senior Director and Chief Evangelist at Google. Hello Richard,
Good to see you again.
good to see you. Enjoying the event here.
It's always great. This has I still think my favorite developer community just because it's such a, I don't know, engaged, excited group. Not that there's other great ones around the world, but there's just so many people here who are enthusiastic and eager about the tech. It's unlike any other place I go.
Awesome, good to hear that you're enjoying. Uh, my first question to you is, you have been around with AI, a lot lately. I wanted your opinion on what do you think has changed over the last 1 year?
I don't think you and I would have predicted a year ago how much agents are legit at this point. I mean, 12 months ago, we were building some, you had some basic, not basic, but some simpler IDE type tools that were doing some cool agent loops. But now you're at a point where you can set an agent loose for a few hours successfully. That's wild. And so this ability now for these harnesses to be good enough, the models to be good enough, the tool handling, the context, I think that happened faster than most people thought. And now it's changing how we think about our teams. We think about our metrics differently. We think about builders. I just got out of a session with a bunch of experts and founders. One of them said one of their biggest problems is that they're completing things faster than their product people can come up with ideas. What a ridiculous, absurd problem to have is that we can't fill our backlog fast enough because these tools and people who can use these tools are working so much faster. So this isn't just changing coding. I think it not only has agents sped up what we can do with coding, I think it's changing all the work. And I don't think we're ready for that yet.
Amazing time, isn't it?
Yeah.
How do you use Gemini in your day-to-day life?
Yeah, I don't. So I do a daily type newsletter. I do a lot on X like you do. I don't use it for tweets. I don't use it for newsletters. I write 3 other ones for Google and I refuse to use it for that. I do research with it.
Okay.
So my primary tool is often research and coding. I still code a couple days a week. I like to use everything I talk about just so I'm somewhat legit with what I'm covering. So I still build a lot. That's all anti-gravity stuff or my whatever tool. And then, yeah, a lot of research in Gemini app, things like that. Just, hey, help me understand this market, or I'm thinking about these use cases. Even yesterday, we've been shipping a bunch of new agent skills. One of them is for architecture for Google Cloud. So I went into Google AI Studio and said, all right, here's the skill. Here's a link. Help me come up with a couple of complicated prompts to really test this. Like, what would be a prompt that I could A/B test and prove it's better or worse with the skill? I could have come up with that, but this got an answer in a minute. And I look like, it's really good. So there's a lot of those micro moments where am I saving 10 hours at a time all the time? No. But am I saving 30 minutes at a time? Yeah, all the time. That's why I love it. So that sort of research, that quick thinking partner, doesn't replace great human interactions, but it solves a lot of things pretty quick.
Great use case. Thank you for sharing that. This is one discussion that, going around AI community and developer community, that now that AI tools have become so powerful coding that it can one sort of very complex feature. So let's say someone who is becoming a developer or coming as a developer right now.
Yeah.
Do you think they should focus on writing better specs or spend more time on coding?
Part of me thinks there's the third option, that they have to get better at defining goals.
Okay.
Because on one hand, if I get really good at writing specs, do I fall back into a waterfall world where I spend 2 weeks writing perfect specs and I haven't started to just iterate on my idea? So if we just worship the spec, we run the risk of waiting too long to start building. But if we also just start building right away, that's reckless. Okay. So I think there's a world of, am I taking enough time to stop and think about what I'm trying to accomplish? So then, yeah, I can maybe iteratively build the specs. And I still need expertise, to me, in programming languages, in architecture, in data design. Otherwise, you're still going to get a lot of confident responses that may or may not fit your goal.
No.
So I worry that if we accidentally lose our skills in our core domain, we're going to just take a lot of the responses from AI, and they might even be not bad, but they might not fit our objective, our reliability goals, our scalability goals. So unless you understand programming still, and you can document your thinking in specs, but most importantly, if you don't know your goal, I don't know if you're just going to waste tokens or you're going to produce the thing you're actually after. So I'm hoping we all retain our access to expertise and just do better work with this, not sacrificing our expertise.
Makes sense. Thank you. Google is, dropping an incredible numbers on Gemini adoption. We have seen Sundar sharing, Google Cloud adoption is skyrocketing. But do you guys feel the heat, to serve this massive demand to people? How do you guys handling it?
Day by day, I think from what I see. I mean, there's a lot of discussions of who's getting capacity where. I mean, look, everything from your phone to things on device to public apps to Google search results to cloud. Like we are serving AI in dozens of different surfaces, which is awesome, but it is a constrained resource. So we're very strategic about where do we deploy which capacity. Our customers come first, especially in enterprise in a lot of cases. And so we also make sure they've got what they need. Most of the large model labs train in part on cloud infrastructure, so we got to serve them as well. And so plus we got to give DeepMind everything they need so they can continue to ship the next great models. And so we're always deploying new capacity. Having our own TPUs and being a full stack AI provider helps a lot because we have some control over our whole supply chain.
Yes.
I'm not at the mercy of which chip provider can give me capacity. So, we're constantly deploying new infrastructure. Our global sort of mesh of both network and compute lets us even do training that spans data centers and things. So all these investments we've made in hardware for decades now kind of paid off in this AI era, so that even though it's a remarkably hot thing everyone wants, we can satisfy it okay. We're still stressed about it all the time because there's never seems to be enough capacity. I watch people on X complain about quota all the time. So it's not a solved problem, but I like that we at least control a lot of the levers, that we can control full stack from chip to model to platform to workspace or Gemini app or Antigravity. That at least we're able to tune that, make sure we're really smart on token usage so we're not wasting TPUs or GPUs, things like that. But yeah, we spend a lot of time still strategizing who gets what.
Yeah, I can understand, there is a huge demand, and I think Google did an amazing job of betting on TPUs a long back before, it became who would have thought that, today it would be like a gold.
I doubt we even knew, but it was a smart investment. I don't know if it made sense until like 5 years in and everyone realized how valuable that was. And now what? Every lab is making a chip.
Exactly.
So that's a hard journey. So they may get there, but I like our 10-year head start.
Yeah. So one of my last question to you is, how excited are you about upcoming Gemini models? Can you give some tease for our, listener?
Question is, do I want to be employed tomorrow? Am I going to retire right now? Should I tell you dates? I'm excited about it. Look, Google's gotten better also about using our own stuff that we give to customers. For a long time, Google just ran on specific Google things, but now, look, we're all using Workspace. We're all using Gemini Enterprise. Thousands of us use Antigravity internally. And so we're also able to use models early and give feedback back to DeepMind and make sure that they're improving the products. And so the things we're seeing from the next ones coming out look great. At the same time, you and I can definitely get caught up in the online mania over the next release.
Yeah.
And it almost doesn't matter. Even when we ship the next version, the next day it's, well, when's this version coming? Oh my gosh, like nobody's even using the features in the thing we just shipped. So that sort of, I love it. I love the excitement of it, but there's an obsession over what's next versus everyone using Notebook LM couldn't care less which version. They're getting exactly what they need out of Gemini right now. Probably 90% of the population is getting exactly what they need right now from current models. Yeah, there's coding use cases where you want to keep getting better and more complex engineering, especially if you're looping for 12 hours. You want a just world-class model. But I think we over-exaggerate those use cases. There's only so many of them. And so on one hand, I'm excited about what's coming. I'm excited about what's here. I'm excited about what I'm doing with the current version every single day. And I think most people are kind of in that same boat. I don't think most day-to-day users in enterprise, in legal, in HR, in finance, and other places, even in IT, are lamenting that it's not even better than before. We're still trying to use the current stuff. So super excited about multimodality. Love the Omni stuff that's coming. I think the everything in, everything out is, we haven't even started to tap into that. I think that's going to be transformative. The open models, like what we've been doing with Gemma 4, that is, I think, our most popular model in India. Every time I talk to people is how much Gemma people use. And just the open models are amazing. And so some of this is, to me, is, are we building better harnesses, integrations, tools, things like that with the models we have? And it's celebrating the new models, but that's not the milestone to me. The milestone is that we build really good things around them so everybody can use them. I think we're better at that than most, and that's where we're going to keep trying to win. We'll have the best models. That is the goal. But that alone isn't how you win the game. It's me to have the best experiences around them.
Yeah, that's good point, Richard. And yeah, that's all, guys. Thank you, Richard, for taking time and talking to us.
Amazing.
It's always great talking to you. And I wish you, Google team, Google Cloud team, and Gemini team to do some amazing things.
Yeah.
And we are super excited for what is coming next.
You give us feedback when you don't like them too, and that's great. We're just trying to build the best thing possible. So I
Exactly.
love the fact that people are passionate enough to share what they think.